Alright guys, in this video here I'm going to talk about my pipe machine, what I use, what I found works for me, and I'm going to thread some pipe and go over how to thread pipe. I have used rigids, all kinds of different pipe machines. I'm going to set this one up and show you why I use this one. This little oyster pipe machine I can handle this pretty easy myself. It's pretty light. First thing we do is set the stand up. So if you see this stand, it's just got the legs that just fold open. Boom. Boom. On the legs. Okay? So I can handle this. It's pretty light. Now on the bottom of this thing, there's a T-handle that comes up. And you could turn it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that pipe machine. I'm going to place it on top of this. Then I'm going to tighten it up with this. Now, it's not that heavy. This thing is pretty light. Well, let me do that. Let me get it up on here and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, this thing will tighten right up. Right up on the bottom here. Alright. She's all locked and loaded, ready to go. Now on this one here I also got this little thing that goes on the bottom here for the 3 legs to hold stuff. I got that on the bottom here like that. There's a piece here that comes out on this thing for an armrest. So you're doing your cutting, your threading, that slides back in. Now some of them don't. I've got like 4 of these machines. Some of them don't have this. You could put a piece of 1-inch pipe in here. I got a piece of 1-inch pipe in here just for carrying it. Makes it a lot easier. I can grab one hand here, and then just put this against my stomach and carry it easy enough. This will all come out this way. I got my power cord. Take that power cord out. Alright, so I got the power cord off. I'm going to go over, I made myself a foot pedal for this thing. I'm going to go over what I did with that. Alright, now what I did on this. What I did on this is I got a foot pedal for my rigid 300. Basically. And I put a 4-way box here. So I bring power, I plug power into this. That would feed power, liven this plug up, okay? And then this wire, this plug here goes over and a pipe machine plugs into this white one. So when I hit this switch, it will send power to this connection. So I'll be able to operate the pipe machine through this switch. If I have it on reverse or forward, either one, I could do that. Let me set that up. Alright, so you can put this anywhere you feel comfortable. Put it on forward. Just step on it. And it releases. Now, if you don't want to use the foot pedal, you can just do it manually. Shut it off and on. I like the foot pedal. Okay. You need an oiler. Basically what an oiler is, it's got oil in the base, and it's got a little screen in here that catches all your droppings. Hand pump that as you pump this, it squirts the oil out. So as you're threading the pipe, you have to oil it, and this is an oiler. This is what it's called. And do a piece of 1 1/4. I'll show you how to do it. Alright, so on this, what I'll do is I'll make a cut here. Show you how it's cut. There's a couple of ways you could do it. You could use a porta band. But I just like to use the cutter. You got a reamer. And then you got dies, drop-in dies. Any size, I got all the different sizes in here. We'll go 1.25 inch. The size we're going to be using. Rigid drop-in dies are the best. They got small head dies. They got big head dies. I like the big ones, big head dies. This is what I like. Well, I usually throw all my stuff, you know, the reamer and the cutter and the dies, you know, up on the air, or I leave them inside this. Now you want to make sure this is below where your drippings are going to be to catch the oil. So I'll make a cut here. I'll show you how it works. This tightens up, automatically loosens or tightens as you want it. If you get a long piece of pipe, this is adjustable in or out. This is adjustable in or out to accommodate the size of the pipe you have, just by spinning this. Okay. Make sure you're tight here, obviously. Just put this on there. I got it in forward. Put this in forward. The only time you put it in reverse is after you're done with the thread and you want to back it off. You put it in reverse. Other than that, it's always in forward. So I step on the foot pedal. Turn it a little bit, let it cut. Turn it a little bit more. Alright, now on the inside there would be an edge we want to get out of that. We'll get that out with the reamer. Alright. Just stick the reamer in. Now when the reamer is forward and reverse also, I got this thing set up. Usually the arrows going in is where I want it on this particular one. They got a straight one and a curled one. I just have the curled one. I'm gonna stick that in there. Give it a little bit of power. Yeah, that's all you need to do, okay? Got a nice edge there now. That lip is gone on the inside. Now, on the cutter, again, you want to make sure. Right now on a thread, what we're shooting for is, I'm going to turn the machine on, and I'm going to have to kind of push this thing in to get it started. Sometimes I'll work my hand with the handle here for more leverage to get it working. Once it starts, we're going to oil it. Okay, and you see the end of the threads right here on the die. You want to be past that, like 2 or 3 threads when the pipe is finished. That's what we want to shoot for. A couple of threads past the end here. See this little where the thread is? That's what we're going to shoot for. I usually take my oiler like this. You can see it's got a bend in it. Get that in there like that all the way. I'll push in like this with the oiler, and if I need any side leverage, I'll move the handle back and forth to get it started. That arrow has to go up. See how it was turning? Now, once it started, you want to oil it. I'm a couple of threads past the end there, like I talked about. What I like to do is, before I reverse it, you can clean some of these shavings out, or you turn this thing facing in, and just move it a little bit like that, and that'll release all the shavings. Best to try to get them out if you can, most of them. Alright. You want to put the machine in reverse. Okay. You're going to have to turn this. Well, I already did. I already got this in reverse. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the pedal, and this is going to back off. Watch how fast this machine is. It's a lot faster than the rigid. And it's lighter than the rigid. It's easier to move around. That's why I like this machine. So now it's the 100 power drive. I got 4 of them, just so I'll have them for the rest of my life. If this thing dies, they don't make these anymore. So if the motor dies or something happens, I got extra ones for parts. That's it. That's how you thread a piece of pipe. Obviously, you wipe it off with a rag and put pipe dope on there and then put your fitting. A lot of times I'll put the fittings on right on a pipe machine. If I got to put an elbow on this, I'll dope it up. Put the elbow on, put the pipe wrench on here, and let the machine tighten that up for me. Be a lot easier. That's it. That's how you thread pipe. Also got the rigid 700, and them dies will drop in. If I wanted to thread it on, you know, a regular pipe vise with these. But the problem with this is this thing's slow, wicked slow. This is good if you want to thread pipe up in the air. There's a special bar that you could put on there. That's good. There ain't nothing like the Oster.